And he's back. How you guys doing? Bruce here, Uncle Bruce here. How are you doing today? Are you surviving the afternoon so far? Are you surviving Friday? Is it okay for you? You hanging in there? GameStop 278.85, up $18. It seems to be coming back to this 280 range. Will it have a late little run here? I don't know. That'd be great. I'd love to see that. Fantastic. 278.84. And we'll take that. The Dow's up 241 points. New record high territory, guys. The market is digesting the size and impact of the stimulus deal that's been signed. The new stimulus program that Biden signed into law yesterday. And the market is kind of liking what they see. They are seeing a whole bunch of money that's going to come into the economy and really move things up here. 279 on the stock for GameStop. The stimulus checks are coming out. There's benefits for all kinds of other people. There's money for states who are desperate to balance their books in any way they can. This is good news, kids. It really means that probably in many cases it might mean that governments down the line won't have to raise taxes on you guys at your local level because the feds are coming in to ease the pain. It's what you do in the middle of a crisis. It's what you do when you're in the middle of a world war. You step up as a country and you look after the country. And I'm so happy to see how that is coming together. The Dow is up 235. It's going to go a lot higher. The S&P is down 3.8 points, 1/10 of a percentage point. It's been wondering all day, what we should do? What should we do? Should we go up, down? They're going to go higher. NASDAQ down 120 because of the high-flying FANG stocks who are, been leading the way for the last couple of years. But that's temporary. I think they're going to have a big shot next week as well. I just see so much cash coming into the markets directly from stimulus money and then indirectly through the cash registers of all these publicly traded companies. The spinoffs are going to be marvelous and massive, absolutely massive. And I tell you, I can see 200 million Americans or 250 million Americans or 300 million Americans, just a huge number, getting a shot in the arm economically from a number of angles that it's all going to come into this marketplace, and it's going to really move these markets. The cash flows are going to really dramatically improve. By the way, got something in the mail today. Something arrived here. Hey, check it out. I got my own little mug here. Bagels with Bruce. How about that? Oh yeah, baby. Got my little mug. Have you got yours? Fantastic. That caffeine-free Diet Coke tastes pretty good in this coffee mug. It's got something good going in there. I like that. Anyway, folks, if you order yours through Redbubble, I get a royalty every time you buy one of these, and I thank you. Some of you are buying 2s and 4s. I know if you buy 2, you get a discount. If you buy 4, you get a bigger discount because once they start making these, they're happy for the business. They'll pass on savings to you, and you don't have to order 4 of the same. You can order one of these and one of another and one of another, whatever you like, and pick up different versions of mugs that I have. Thank you all for helping out my channel and helping out Jen and I. You guys are phenomenal. Now here I am talking about how great everything is, and GameStop is down to $270 a share. Just dropped like $8. Oh yeah, as soon as Bruce comes on the air, we're gonna have a short attack here. I don't know what's going on. I try so hard to talk up the stock. What can I say? I like the company, and I like where they're going. I like what's going to happen. Anyway, let's see what happens. 270.63, 271 now, a little better, but yeah, it dropped like $8 just in 2 minutes as I was having a sip from my new mug. I mean, what is that? Somebody watching me? What's going on? I don't get it. 269.68, little lower again. We'll follow it, see what's going on. Thank you, everybody, for popping by and spending your Friday afternoon with me before the weekend kicks in. I hope you have some plans that will give a real nice weekend, a good vibe for you, and you'll be full of vim and vinegar back for Monday morning, and we'll go at it again. 268 on GameStop. At the moment, the volume on the day now for the stock is 22 million, very light. Very light. Now at 269.65, bouncing back a tad here. We had a little seller to come through. I don't know. Anything is possible with these markets, how they react. The low of the day for the stock was 264.57 while we were off the air. And it's now back to 270 again, 270.07, 270.55. So it's jumping around here at this 270 mark. whatever someone wanted to do, they got done, and maybe they're finished. And I don't know. Does it bounce back? We'll follow what's going on. Other than that, the other stocks that I'm following, Vector Acquisitions, one of the SPACs I like, is 12.18, down 22 cents. Nav Site Holdings was down on the morning. It's 10.70 now, up 13 cents. It was down to as low as 10.40, now at 10.70, and gaining a little bit. Over at, unfortunately, Rocket Companies, boy, that stock just cannot get any recovery. It is... it got into that 20, whatever that range was, 40 something a share. It hit like this. Look at the spike that Rocket had. Rocket Mortgage. This is the Rocket Mortgage Company. It had that spike last week, wasn't it? And ever since, it's just been range bound here, 25, 27 bucks a share. And today, down 85 cents to 24.98. Not getting any good vibes there, unfortunately, for any of those or any of you out there who are speculating on that thing. That seemed to be like a 1 or 2 day wonder stock, and it was all over. And I wasn't a fan of it when it happened. And boy, it's not looking good now. Growers Holdings down 26 cents to 16.74. It's had a good week this week, from the $11 mark back up to here, and then Virgin Group Acquisition Corp 11.22, down 3 cents. It just is not going to back off down to 11.05 for our friend out there who wants to buy it at 11.05. It's just not going. It's just not giving it up. Stock is playing hard to get so far. Anyway, Starboard Value, $10.08. There's a deal for you. By the way, GameStop now $2.71, so it's come back up about $3 from this little low we had. Fortress Value up 13 cents to 10.18. Some folks might be listening to me here finally. And then VanEck Ventures, the semiconductor fund, the ETF, is down 324 at $230. Yesterday, it hit a high of the high range was like 234. Now it's at 230, and it was earlier this week. Where was that trading earlier this week? It was as low as 217. They had a good week this week, from 217 to 230. Not bad for an ETF. That one I think will have a very good year this year. A very good year, maybe longer. Home Depot up another $4 today to $272.91. You could have picked off Home Depot at just last week. You could have bought it as low as $254, and I think here, yeah, even on the 5th of March, you could have picked it off at $246. That's $26 higher. That's 10% gain on a Dow 30 Industrial in only a week. Nice recovery, nice bump up, and it'll go much higher. It's going way past 300 a share. This company just boosted their dividend by 10%. Because of how much money they're rolling in. That's pretty good. All right, and then over here on other stocks I'm following, IBM up 12 cents, very steady today, 127. AMC is up 71 cents to 10.99. I sure hope the best for you guys on that one. I hope it takes another shot. I don't know. Dow up 225. Microsoft down $1.97. Apple down $1.33. Small little loss. Both stocks actually have bumped up from the lows this morning. They're actually climbing. And Tesla down $13. It was as low as what was it doing today? It was as low as $666.14 a share, and that would have been probably right on the opening. Now $686, $20 higher than the low of the day, and it's traded 28.9 million shares. It trades at a 1,000 PE multiple, $659 billion market cap. Anyway, it's improving. 686. The Nasdaq, which was down more than it is now, down 125. It's actually come back quite a bit. S&P only down 5 points now. Dow is up 225. Like I say, this emergency relief plan that Biden just did, the $1.9 trillion deal, going to be good for the markets. Very good for the economy. 272 on GameStop. 272 coming on a bit. Bed Bath & Beyond having a good day, up $1.59 to $30.26. BlackBerry up 86 cents to 11.56. That's still just down near its lows from that nice high it had. Bed Bath & Beyond, though, has been kind of improving a bit here. Certainly today it was as low as 28.11. Now it's up $2 plus from the low of the day. And it was in the last month. Bed Bath & Beyond did crater at 25.40. So it's come back almost $5 a share. That's a 20% gain from the lows. Good to see that's improving. And then over on the cruise lines, they're ahead a little bit. Carnival is at 28.24, up 78 cents. Norwegian up 35 cents to 30.61. And Royal Caribbean up $1.38 to 89.37. So there you go. Markets are getting more green here as the afternoon is wearing on. More green arrows starting to show against stocks rather than reds. GameStop just jumped another buck, 273. That's about a $4 or $5 bounce back from this little dip just after I came on the air. I have no idea why it did that. I don't know. It just does what it does. Oil down 53 cents on the day. For the week, it had a bit of a loss. $65.49 a barrel is the price of oil. A lot of people think, not a lot of people, there are analysts in Wall Street that think that the oil market is going to 75 a barrel. I just don't share the optimism. There is more oil sloshing around this planet than we can possibly use. And there's a lot of it that has been what we call shut in, where oil wells get temporarily shut down for a while, and then they open them back up again. There's a lot of oil in storage that can make its way to the market depending on demand. I mean, it's 65 US a barrel. Most oil produced in the world at 65 is profitable, very, very profitable, actually. Even in Canada with our production costs, because this is American money. This is 75 Canadian dollars. All producers in Canada make money at that. The province of Alberta is breathing a little sigh of relief the last few weeks with these improved prices, because they were, of course, as low in the 30s and 40s for the longest time. And so the province of Alberta is finally bringing in some royalty income to help pay some of its bills. Anyway, we shall see what we shall see. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you to, what do we have here? Matt Withstand. I have my 401k with Fidelity, and I am using Cash App to trade GameStop. Could you recommend another? My bank has an option for a self-directed brokerage. Yeah, I can't recommend another. I'm not a specialist in U.S. account providers, trading providers. This is not my shtick. So you're kind of on your own here. You're going to have to figure this one out. Investigate the other outfits you can deal with and find out the pluses and minuses of what it is you need, and make sure you get the service you deserve, because you deserve the best. Adam, is the merger for Virgin Group and GH Gores supposed to be completed in the second quarter of this year, or is it possible they merge by the end of the quarter? Well, that would be the end of this month, the end of the quarter. So you're talking about the next 18 days. I think they have been consistently saying, and I've heard consistent reports, that it was to be the second quarter, which means sometime in April or sometime in May. That is my interpretation, that we might be at the halfway point, and maybe we're 45 days or 50 days away, which would kind of spell sometime in April. I know they want to get this done as soon as possible. They're not lollygagging here. None of these companies are slowing this down, okay? They are doing everything they can at the corporate level to assist all the regulators and all the securities lawyers and their auditors and you name it. And both companies, the SPAC and the private company, are working feverishly 24/7 to handle whatever requests are required from whatever parties to get this merger done for all of these SPACs. All 6 of them that I've talked about, they want their deal done as quick as possible. They want to start trading under the new name right away, do a 1-for-1 stock swap with everybody, give them their new certs, new stock symbols, and then they get their hands on their funding, and which is substantial. And so watch out. I think we're in for a busy second, third, fourth quarter with these SPACs and a whole lot of other stuff going on here. 1984, the rocker. I want to rock here with the rocker. Can Robinhood stop us from selling when the time comes? Pretend GME goes into the thousands of dollars a share. Can they just restrict us from selling to protect hedge funds? They're not going to do that. They don't want to do that, and they've never really done that before to stop people from selling. Because when you're a seller, there's a willing buyer, and that means there's cash coming into your account through your broker's account. And that just makes the broker's books look better. It's kind of like a banker that gives you a mortgage on your house, and your house goes up in value while you still owe the banker money on the mortgage. The banker's happy because on the books of the bank, they're looking at all their mortgages that they have outstanding, and the value of the assets against the mortgage, and they're going, this is great. Our clients' assets are building, and if the mortgage balances are declining as they make these payments every month, we're not going to have collection problems. We're not going to have other problems. And if the borrower with a mortgage needs a new car, they've got enough equity in their house, they can waltz into this branch anytime they want, get an equity loan on the equity of the house if they want, or just a line of credit. I mean, the bankers are opening up. Brokerage firms just love it when stocks go up in price that their clients have a lot of. They really like that. It's good for business. It shows the asset value under administration of the brokerage firms rising dramatically. That's a good thing. And the customers are slowly liquidating it into cash. That shows cash balances rising dramatically. And then customers spread the money around to other investments, perhaps, take some money for themselves. Brokers do not mind, and they are quite happy, very happy to help you sell. And no brokerage fund will protect a hedge fund to not let you stop stock. That does not exist. That is a fantasy scenario that just doesn't exist. Just so you know. It's all good, though. No question's a dumb question. Appreciate these. Just bought 25,000 in VGAC. That's for opening my eyes to this stonk. VGAC, 11.20 a share is where it's at. And I say I like this deal. I like the fact they're going to have $950 million cash in their hands the minute they start trading on the New York Stock Exchange. This is a New York NYSE listing with a market specialist. Everything with a whole bunch of news coming out. I think it'll be great. By the way, cheers again, everybody. Welcome. 5,600 of you. Look what I got in the mail today. I got my very own Bagels with Bruce mug from Redbubble. Came in finally. I'm still waiting for some other stuff. Oh, yeah, baby. This caffeine-free Diet Coke tastes pretty good. Go GameStop. There we are. So you can pick this up on my Redbubble store anytime you want. Put an order in, and Redbubble will take care of it for you. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. It's nice to have you here. Jeremy, thoughts on long position on Roblox? I don't have any. I've never recommended any. And the stock is not cheap from what I understand. I have not been tracking the exact minute-to-minute pricing of the stock, but I think it was in the 70s. The other day, went public at the 45 range, went through a direct listing, I wish I had it at 40, but you couldn't get it at these prices. Now it's available at these high ends. What can I say? There you go. We're now at 270.99 on GameStop. GameStop shares 270 roughly, 271 or so on volume of 22.8 million. So not a heavy day, but telling me not a lot of stock coming in for sale here. There is no desperate sellers. It did reach a high though of 295. I will give it that. It was $25 higher, and I kind of was hoping it would break the 300 barrier, but it just didn't do it today. See how it wants to do. It'll move forward into next week, because next Friday is the big quintuple witching hour, and the company the week after that will announce their financials and conduct live conference calls to analysts and followers of the company. A lot of media will probably be following that conference call like you cannot believe. I think that every senior publication in the United States will have a representative in on that conference call to hear what GameStop has to say, and they may want to get a question in to these management people like Mr. Cohen about the future of the company. And I think we're going to probably get a much bigger picture, a much more clearer picture of what these guys have in mind. Again, thank you, everybody, for here. Look at this mug. Isn't that great? Does that look like me? I mean, come on, man. Is that me? I don't know. Fantastic. Anyway, the company will have a real opportunity to tell world media their plans, their game plan, what's happening, where they're at, where they're going to be in 3 months, 6 months, a year, what their long-term plan is, how they plan to convert from brick and mortar over to digital e-commerce. And I think they have a lot to say. I think they're going to have a lot to talk about, and we'll see how this goes. When is this conference call? This is next week. They come out, not the week coming up, but the week after. So we have a week from today is the 19th of March. That's the big expiry day for options, futures, alignment of index funds, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of failure to deliver scenarios are coming to a head as well by then. And then I think it's the Tuesday after that is the financial release of financials, and it might be that day or the next day that the company will do it. So don't worry, you'll hear all about it from here. If you're hanging around with me, you'll know, you'll hear everything they're talking about. I'll be covering it. The Hops Warlock Power Hour with Bruce, drinking a New England IPA, enjoying sunny warm weather in New York City, and made some tendies today on GameStop and Alpha and AMC. Glad to be with you. Glad you're here. Nice to see you. Everyone, I hope you're getting ready for a wonderful weekend out there. And hopefully we'll be celebrating additional profits that can be made. I hope you're doing well with your accounts and everything's going okay. I'm going to be busy this weekend. I've got a bunch of folks I have to visit with on Saturday and Sunday for one-on-one private sessions. I think I've got 11 people to talk to this weekend. So I'm going to be busy still working this weekend just on private discussions where I'm sitting over here and my guests are over there. Do these private one-on-ones with me sitting here at the set and go over your situation, where you're at, and see what we can do and make sure everything's going to be all right. Plot some strategy and everything else. Anyway, thank you, Parker. Thank you. I love these. I love these SPACs you've been talking about, Bruce. That said, do you have any thoughts on BlackBerry and all the new deals they have been making? I don't have no thought on it. I don't follow the company in any way. I really don't. I just happen to have the stock symbol on my phone, and I just give out quotes on it once in a while. I just mention how it's doing because I know it had been caught up in the original GameStop short squeeze story back in January, and it and a number of other stocks were running quite a bit. But I don't follow BlackBerry in any close way, even though it's a Canadian-based entity. I just haven't been following it. I'm definitely interested in these new SPACs that are definitely doing these mergers with private companies that are up and comers. I think that a lot of the SPACs that I'm covering here, the deals that they've made, I think that these companies would have been able to go public through IPOs with serious brokerage firms. That's my hunch. I think that they could have gone public on their own through the IPO network. The problem is with the IPO system is that from the day you decide, well, let's try and go public, and then you start trading, could take a year. And a lot can happen to a market, an economy, and the world in a year. And it just so happens that when you are about to go public, the market isn't ready for any deals. It really is a timing thing, and it can be a real problem. Josh Walker, do mergers like Virgin Group Acquisition Corp affect call options? If the merger happens before a call expires, would that affect it at all? Well, yeah, I think so. If you own contracts that expire in June or July or August, September, you're going to be, if you stick around long enough with holding the call, you're going to be a shareholder of this new company right through the merger. So you're buying now as the stock is sleepy at $11.30 a share, or Vector Acquisitions at $12.23 a share, or Fortress Value at $10.21. I mean, and Starboard at $10.06. I mean, you're buying options on stocks that are really quiet right now, boring as heck. No press. No one's talking about it because the companies can't speak. You're getting the options now at the prices are reflected, and you think to yourself, gee, I wonder if after a month after the merger is done and whole bunch of press releases are done and all kinds of interviews on all the media out there, you think that these guys might have their shares going to $15 to $20 to $25 a share? Maybe you want to have some call contracts that are exercisable at $12, $12.50 or $13, good until next June or July, later this year. A little bit of leverage there. Otherwise, just buy the stock. I mean, that's what I'm telling you to do. The stress-free way to do it is just buy the shares and tuck them away and let them roll, baby. If any of these 6 companies can become anything like a DraftKings, the DraftKings public company, DraftKings Incorporated, $71.28. That was a $10 SPAC deal. Heck, even if you bought that at $15, would you be upset that it's at $71? I don't think so. If you bought options that have a $17 exercise price and you still got them right now, you're in the money, $55 a share or so, plus premium. Nice return? I would think so. Maybe the contracts cost you $2. You make 27 times your money, 30 times your money. Anyone getting the drift? It's pretty good. Yeah, it could be pretty good. How long to hold this VGAC long-term? Months, years? Well, I'm thinking you want to give it a few months into the deal. You want to let them do the merger, and then start spewing all their information about what they're going to be doing here. Give the stock a month or two to see, but it might pop for you right away. I mean, I don't know. You might be happy if it goes to 22, 24, and you're going to go, this is great. I'm getting out. I'm out. This is all I want. Oh, if that's all you want, great. But on the other hand, you might be thinking like I'm thinking that, well, this could kind of do what DraftKings is doing. This could go to $70 or $100 a share. It's a whole different company. It's a different style. Big funds, lots of funding. Could be secondary funding behind that. All kinds of mergers activity, other deals. Some of the big drug companies will probably make a deal with these guys with their home-based genome products that they have. I mean, there's just a lot to think about. Remember about that. So, I mean, up to you. How long you got? You need the money right away, or can you hold off for a while? Let it grow. Of course, if it goes to $20, $30, 35, 40 a share, you can be a writer of contracts. Maybe you'll write calls. You got the stock at 11 and the stock's at 30, and you're writing $35 contracts and bringing in $2-3 every couple of months in premium money. You might just do that, and you get taken out. You get taken out at $33 a share or $38 a share for a $11 buy. Not bad. Things to think about. You got lots to think about here. Marcus, do you have any thoughts on BlackBerry as a mid-long-term hold? I don't. I do not. I have no opinion of any kind on that company. AB, do you think Gora will be more rapid than VGAC? I would bet so, since MTTR already has software out now. That's Matterport. LiDAR sensors in phones becoming common. Also, medical industry tends to move slower as consumers. It's not a race. These companies are going public at their own pace. They're going to do their business at their own pace, and investors are just going to invest in the stocks in their own way. When one company does their quarterly report and another one does theirs a month later, it's not a race. So, maybe you're asking me, which one should I buy first? Can I make the big money on one and then flip into the other one, make the big money on the other one? I can't tell you that, and I'm not going to tell you that. But I appreciate the donation and the questions. No dumb questions here. Rodney McCoy, Bruce, I love your advice. Please collaborate with Benzinga. Their following does not understand GameStop or SPACs. Show them the way. Diamond hands. Well, why should I do that? Why should I help them learn what you're learning here? Because if they learn that there, you don't have to come here. Have you thought of that? I mean, maybe I should just keep this to myself. Maybe I shouldn't even tell you guys. Maybe I should say, you know what? If you give me, I'll do a private membership program. You give me $100 a month, and I'll do a once a month private show for the first 1,000 people that sign up. And I'll tell you all my tips. I could play that nasty little game. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that. I'm just kidding. There will come a time where we will get together with our friends over there, and they might come over to my show over here. That time will come, but my channel is so new. Theirs is quite established. I'm so new. I'm still growing out from the growing pains of this channel. After all, if you've been here a little while, we've had a big growth spurt here, and you got to give me time to catch up with everybody and what's going on. I don't even know who half of these folks are yet. I'm so new and so exploding. I don't know who's who in the zoo yet. I'm slowly figuring this out. But I appreciate all your comments. Sam the King, where are you in Canada right now? Well, I'm in Creston, British Columbia. And where is that, you ask? Well, if you take a look at North America, you'll find the United States is 3 miles south of this house, just over there. And you'll find that the panhandle of Idaho comes right up to the Canadian border. It's only about 25 miles wide, if that, 30 miles, maybe 30. We're right in the middle of the panhandle, just north of the border, just right north of the border. That's where I am. And we have beautiful sunny weather here today. We're in the 50s now for temperature. For you Americans out there want to know that in Canada, that's about 12 Celsius, maybe 11, 12, 13, kind of where we're going to be for the next little while. Love that. This is March, kids. March. I'm happy with this weather. Whew, am I happy with this weather? We'll take it all the way as far as it'll take us. Fantastic. no blizzards this time of the year for us, so we're quite pleased that we're not getting hammered with this kind of stuff. Thank you, everybody, for hanging around and catching up with me. 271.53 on GameStop. 29 minutes past the hour, so we've got 30 minutes or so to go in the trading day, and then we're done for another week. Of course, we will trade in the aftermarket for 4 more hours on GameStop, see how that wants to perform. Thank you to Dan. Hey, Dan, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for this donation. Hey, Bruce, I'm down 43% of my contracts that expire 3/19. If I think GameStop will open much higher on Monday, is it worth me holding on over the weekend? Well, I don't know what price point you have. What's your exercise price? If you are way out of the money, I can see you being down. You must be out of the money to be down, because how can you be down if the stock has done so well in the last week? But if you caught the options when it was 320 to 340, I can understand you're down because we've had that pullback. Without knowing your circumstances, I really can't tell you kind of where you're really at here. I can't actually say. Dan, I'll do the best I can. If you pop a second message up, you don't have to make it a donation. I'll just try to find your name if you pop up the thing here. Okay, Jeremy, you're right. It's been on sale all day today. Absolutely. Dean, what's your favorite cruise line? I haven't sailed them all, so I can't tell you. But I have enjoyed a few of them, and I want to do more. That's right. Shills are hitting YouTube channels to redirect talk away from GameStop. Let's go here. Thumbs up for Bruce. Will we see a push before the bell? Maybe. I don't know. We saw a little dip just after I came on the show. It dropped from 278 to 270 to 268, and now back 271. Don't know. Let's go here. Whatever that means. Okay. What do we got? Can Chicago restrict or forbid? Chicago restrict, forbid naked shorts to protect themselves from the hedge funds? Chicago won't do anything like that. That's an exchange that wants business to happen and flow. They have rules, and they're pretty strict about following their rules, so they're not going to interfere with the market. Bagel Bruce, I was wondering if it's possible for the U.S. government to stop the squeeze. Also, will the hedge funds short attacks be futile during the squeeze? The U.S. government will do nothing to get in the middle of free enterprise like this. And remember, folks, if GameStop went to 500 a share, 1,000 a share, the amount of money you're talking about in the overall scheme of the stock market, it is so minuscule, it's a non-factor. For you, it's a factor. For the hedge funds who are short, it's a factor. But for the U.S. government or the indexes or the U.S. market as a whole, the international business community, it's just one stock having a big run. That's all it is, and it doesn't matter. Okay? Just saying. All right. That's all I'm saying. Continuing on. Let's see here. Maybe we can do something here about that. Okay. Love your show. Thank you for sharing all of this information. What is better strategy, dollar cost averaging or all in? Depends on you. You know, if you've got a good feel that a stock is about to really do something, you might be in a position to buy all in and just not wait and get what you want now, and don't fret, don't pussyfoot around, just make your position known and get in there. On the other hand, if you're a long-term investor and you're trying to figure out, is this a good price to get in at, maybe you'll do periodic purchases overall over months or years, and you'll accumulate a position in an ETF or something like that, and index funds or whatever, and you'll grow your portfolio that way. It's an individual's decision to really make, depending on the circumstances you're in. Matthew, hey Bruce, you mentioned writing calls. Why wouldn't I want to write puts if I felt that the stock was going to increase in value? Yeah, you could write puts. Matthew, it depends on your comfort level with the options market and how much time you can spend in front of your quote machine or your computer or on your phone. If you're away for an hour at a time, in a meeting or something, you might see a move happen. You might miss a move that's happened, and that won't be good for you. So you gotta be really on it when you're doing that kind of stuff. But those of you who can write a contract, sure, if it's out of the money and it's expiring in the near future. Perhaps that's the way you want to play the market, right? A call or a put, depending on which way you think the market's going. You could look into that. I don't know, whatever. Graydon, hey, Bruce, VGAC is being investigated for possible breaches of fiduciary duty. Can you explain that? Yeah, that's simple. Who's doing the investigating? SEC? No. New York Stock Exchange? No. Who's investigating? What is it? What is it? All that is, if you take a good look at that report, if you actually do some due diligence and try to dig into what's happening with these SPACs, you will find a common thread with every SPAC out there. And then if you do due diligence on almost any public company, I mean any public company, do some due diligence for press release or anything like that, press releases, you're going to find something very similar with every public company out there. There are law firms out there who are trolling for customers. One way to attract potential customers to come your way is to do a public press release that your firm is doing a full-blown investigation to see if a certain company is violating any securities laws with respect to whatever. And in this case, they're going to talk about the merger. And they can investigate all they want. I mean, there's brokers who are just advertising their law firms, and they're trolling for people to contact them to talk about it. And then when you're talking to them about that, they might casually mention, do you have any law work you get done by anybody? Do you have a lawyer? Do you need a lawyer? Are you in need? Do you have a will? Do you have a living trust? Do you have that? They're going to hit you up for business. This is all it is. It's an advertising campaign by law firms, many law firms with thousands of public companies that are the innocent victims of this smear campaign. And they're not really slamming the public companies. They're just saying, well, we're just investigating to see if they broke any securities laws. We didn't say they were, but the inference is that people like yourself will contact me and go, hey, you're telling me about the SPAC. Don't you think there's a problem with these guys? That's what this law firm's doing. And the law firm is trying to troll for customers. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of hooey, and don't get sucked in. Jordan Lee, can you explain the difference between gamma squeeze and short squeeze? How can we tell the difference? You don't need to know. You don't need to know what the difference is. If the stock goes up, you're happy. Okay, that's the bottom line. But in a very short way of explaining it, a gamma squeeze is sort of associated with when brokers who or individuals who write naked call contracts against stock they don't own. In other words, people are writing call contracts on GameStop at $240 a share last week when the stock was $130, and they were selling options for thousands of dollars a contract because the stock was nowhere near $240 a share, thinking that by this Friday, by today, no one would be in the money because the stock was $130 a share. Well, lo and behold, it's $270 right now, and that contract is $30 in the money. The person who sold that contract, or it might have been a Chicago-based option writer, option market maker, and they may have issued thousands of calls at the 225 level, 230, $240 a share, 245 a share, 250 a share, 260 a share, all the way up, and they're all in the money. And that means that theoretically, if the buyers of those calls don't just sell them into the open market, which, by the way, the buyer would be the guy who sold them in the first place because he wants to buy it back and just flatten out the position. If they choose not to sell them off and they instead say, I'm calling the stock, it's a call option, I'm calling the stock from you at $240 a share. I bought these contracts last week when they were $10 a share, 120, 110 on the money. I want my stock. The writer of that contract, the market maker, has to now buy the stock on the open market to deliver at $240. That's a gamma squeeze. If enough of those are being called in, and there are hundreds of thousands of call contracts in the money right now that expire tonight, and it could well be that tonight and Monday and Tuesday, a whole bunch of buying could come into this market from options traders, because they find out at the bell tonight how many contracts they couldn't buy back. That's the trick. If they can't buy back the calls they wrote, they're short the calls. They're short 100 shares per call contract. And if they're short 1,000 call contracts, they're short 100,000 shares at 240, at 225, at 200, 210, 200, 180, 175, 150. These contracts are written all the way down to $5 a piece. I don't know how many are being called in. We'll probably know with a bit of certainty once we see how many call contracts they can't get back. They've got 21 minutes to buy back whatever call contracts they can to lower their naked position. And it might be that there might be 10 million shares needed or 15 million shares needed on Monday coming up, Tuesday coming up. That's what a gamma squeeze is. A short squeeze is just when someone sells stock they don't own and they have to buy it back later. And they sold a bunch of stock at $50 a share, $60 a share, $80, $100, all this GameStop, all the way up to maybe $120 a share. They stopped selling there, and now the stock just kept on going, back up now, right up now to the 268, 270 level. They have to maybe they start buying this stock back to lick their wounds. They're going to lose money every time they buy stock now. But if the brokerage firm calls them up and says, hey, look, we let you short 2 million shares of GameStop. Your average sell price is $100 a share, but we cannot lend you the stock anymore that we have lent you to this point in time. We're going to buy you in. In other words, the stock will be purchased at whatever it's trading for. And if it's 269 right now, and a broker comes in to try to buy 2 million shares at the market, you remember when the stock went from 348 down to 172? It could go from 269 to 569. The opposite direction on a mass buy-in. That could happen at any time, and that's what we're watching out for. That's a short squeeze. Gamma squeeze, short squeeze. I think the longs don't care if it closes under 250. They want more stock, a lower price for now. They don't care if the squeeze right now. You might be right. Maybe you're not. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. What can I tell you? We've got activity here. Lots of 269 on the market. The Dow is up 278. S&P is positive now, up 379. And also NASDAQ is only down 80 points. So, not too bad. Right on. Lots of questions. We'll continue on. Can you interpret Ryan's quote? No, I can't. I can't interpret it. You interpret it. I have no idea what it means. Anyone listening to call on me? Bagel Bruce, my super chat expired. What the hey? What the hey? It's what happens to these super chats. They do expire, They do that. What is the 21-day rule you referred to before? The 21-day rule is where brokers sell stock, don't deliver 2 days later, are given 21 days to deliver on a failure to deliver notice, and at the end of 21 days, they might be bought in at market. On Friday, a week today, the 21-day failure to deliver notice it matures on all the stock purchased on Wednesday when the market went from $44 to $91 in 45 minutes with 4 trading halts. The latest up move that we're still witnessing right now, we're still getting the witness of this move. 50 million shares might be involved that were not delivered 3 Fridays ago next Friday. So we're going to see between now and then what is going to happen. It could be a lot of fun. Kind of looking forward to all this. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Niels. Hey, Niels, thanks. Jump in the fire. Shout out to my Gamma and Grandpa, L&F in Lister, British Columbia, and more family in the Creston Valley. You be the man, Bruce. Thank you very much. Nice local call outs. That's kind of nice. Juan Nitro, thank you, Juan. Diamond Hands, thank you for the donation for the channel here. I appreciate that very much. Bruce, you got to take a bagel, man. You got to get a bagel. 272 on the stock. It's going up. It's going up a little bit right now. Wow, what's going on? What's happening? Bite the bagel. Here we go. Yeah, I had thoughts on this. They weren't good. You don't want them. You don't want to know my thoughts. Mike, is your car slow? Well, it's not a Tesla. Is it more expensive by in-the-money calls? Yeah, of course it is, because they're in the money. That's why. I thought Portney did $1 million. I don't know. I don't know what Portney did. GameStop's crashing. That's what John's saying. It's all over. You guys can lose all your money. That's what John's saying. Don't take it up with me. That's what John said. I don't know. Hit the like button for the last 15 minutes of the week. Help Bruce out. How many likes have we got today? We've now at 1,700 thumbs ups today on this show. We have 7,400 of you here. That means 6,400 people hate what I'm doing right now. That's what that means. 6,400 of you absolutely despise what I'm doing, and I'm really saddened by that. I'm about to tear up live on the air because of how much you hate me, and it's sad. Unless, of course, those thumbs ups come up. That would be then maybe it's better. Oh my goodness, what a showman this guy is. Jonathan Marino, thank you for your donation on my PayPal account. Hey Bruce, let's put folks to sleep. Give us all the breakdown on iron condors, or what do you call sideways trading can be beneficial. Oh Jonathan, you cad. Niels, hi from Berlin, Bruce. If we don't see a buying frenzy now, does that mean the covering naked calls is a bunk? Actually, no. A lot of the buying happens Mondays and Tuesdays, actually. So stand by. We'll keep an eye on it. 2,800 thumbs ups. Okay, you don't all hate me. It looked like 6,400 of you hated me. Now it looks like only about 4,600 of you hate me. Okay, so that's better. Only 4,600 people have not decided to do this, and they hate Bruce's guts. Okay. Why they're watching, I don't know, but I thank you all for these thumbs ups to help this channel get exposed by the YouTube algorithmic forces out there. Oh, we got 3,000 now. Thank you guys. 3,000 thumbs ups. That's great. 3,100. Okay, not so many are hating me anymore. I still have a lot of hatred though. There's hatred, but you know, we get that 78,000 thumbs up. Maybe it's not so bad. 3,200. Thank you guys. Loving the love. I am loving the love. Someone is picking up stuff on Redbubble. I don't know who, but some of you guys are picking these up on Redbubble because in the last 15 minutes, there have been all kinds of transactions. A couple of stickers with this logo on it. What else is going on? Somebody picked up here a mug with the GameStop with Bruce, Uncle Bruce on it. The one I was using this morning. That's pretty cool. And then someone picked off another mug of this one, like here. Fantastic. These I got these royalties coming in. This is incredible. Thank you, everybody. That one mug right here. Somebody bought this mug right here. And I'll tell you, it makes cola taste great. I'm sure it's good for coffee too. Thank you, all of you who have been picking this stuff up here. Really helping out, stock markets with Bruce. I love it. 271.56 on the GameStop stock. 271.56 up 11.56 on the day. And the Dow is almost up 300 points now, guys. Very good. S&P is positive a couple of points, and NASDAQ's down about 80 something. So we're definitely getting some better things happening. Thank you, everybody, for all of this support today. I love it. It's a Friday afternoon. We're slowly coming into the end. 13 minutes to go. Thank you, everybody. I love it. And what else is going on? More comments. I saw another donation here. Thank you. Andres, Bruce, love what you've taught me these last 2 weeks, man. Have helped me stay calm through this turbulence. What highs do you see GME hitting? The thing too about keeping calm is if there's any way I can keep you guys from panicking and selling shares in a panic during these artificial drops, I'm probably saving you a lot of money. I'm certainly stealing money from the other side, though. If I can keep more of you from panicking out of the market with whatever it is you're holding, and you just stick around and let the market flush itself out and come around, you'll be fine. You will make more money because you're just not going to get caught up, buying low and selling high. You just don't want to be doing that. Let the pro traders take advantage of others who just don't know how the markets work or are not aware that tomorrow's another day. Some days you just don't do anything and you just kind of go, The hardest thing to do if you're a trader, one of the hardest things to do though is you sell something out and you've done okay, and then not buy something right away. That is tough. That can be tough. If you're addicted to the action, it's tough to be flat. It takes a special kind of discipline to go, oh no, I'm not getting back in just because I have to hold something. I'm not going to do that. I'm waiting for my opportunity. I got gunpowder here. I got a rifle. I got bullets. I got gunpowder, and I'm ready to fire my gun at the market when it suits me. At the time of my choosing is when I will invest in this market, and that is tough to do for some folks. Michael, my buy order on VGAC hasn't hit. Why am I giving you money? Have a great weekend, sir. He's trying to buy that VGAC at 11.05. It's 11.29, and if I would just stop talking about it, it would go down. At least that's the theory from Michael here, but it's not going down. It's hanging around 11.29. It's just not. It's it might go higher. Maybe there are more buyers today, Michael, than sellers. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Yes, Bruce, I'm getting a sticker right on. Uncle Bruce, do you have a YouTube play button yet? Oh, that's coming. They take a few weeks to arrive. So, just be patient, folks. I can't wait. I can't wait. I got one. Anyway, I can't wait for mine. I ordered my mug. Someone is saying, and what do we got right now? We've got how many minutes? 10 minutes to go. Steven's not happy. Steven is frustrated. He's really upset. 14 minutes till the close. And all he's doing is talking about likes and merchandise for the last 5 minutes. I mean, what is the deal with this guy, Uncle Bruce? I mean, why isn't he a slave to me about telling me everything about the market all the time for nothing? Why not, Bruce? Bruce. Hey, Bruce, any opinions on vaccine stocks? No, nothing. I have no opinion. Brian is not on pills. Chicken muggies. Oh, I don't know what that means. Okay, holding GameStop from Madrid. Right on, Javier. We're down to 9 minutes on the day. 9 minutes to go. The 10-year note is 1.628, and the Dow is up, even on an uptick on interest rates. How about that? That's interesting. Last week that wasn't working like that. Last week the market, the bonds are doing that. The markets are down 500 points. All of a sudden the markets are up 285 points on the Dow. Why would that be? Why would the Dow be up 285 points when a week ago the Treasury note reaching 1.62 would have caused a 500 Dow drop? Why? Something called the stimulus, folks. The stimulus program has been signed into law, and the street has figured out, now that they've seen this law, they're going, oh my gosh, the amount of money coming into Americans' hands is unprecedented. It is the single largest anti-poverty bill ever passed in U.S. history. That's what it is. You folks don't get this yet. Maybe you're not poor and you don't care. Maybe I'm talking to millionaires out there who are just so wealthy that, Bruce, a couple million here, a couple million there, we're doing okay. I'm telling you, the stimulus package is something else. 266 on GameStop, in case anyone's accusing me of not talking about the market with 5 minutes to go. 8 minutes to go. Andres, Bruce, love what you taught me these last 2 weeks. Have helped me stay calm through the turbulence. What highs do you see the stock hitting? Well, I think it'll go higher, but I can't tell you what minute it'll happen at. I do get criticized for that. Why don't you tell us exactly when this stock is going to go? Because it's time to make money, buddy. I've got appointments here. I want to get myself a new toy, and you're not telling me when I can cash in on this thing. It's just between us, Bruce. Why don't you just call me privately? Don't tell anybody else. Just tell me when it's going up, and don't worry about anybody else. It's all right. Ali, can you discuss the stock IOU when failure to deliver happens? I heard that clearinghouses have up to a month to deliver actual stock, but they gave away stock IOUs through preventing gamma squeeze. It was 21 trading days is what it is after settlement. So next Friday on the 19th, all trades that took place on Wednesday, 2 weeks ago, this past Wednesday, those will be the trades that will be settled out, and between now and then, I think the stock could go higher. Why do you not prefer investing in stocks yourself over having a YouTube channel? I mean, Bruce, you don't have to talk to us. You could just be sitting here with Jen, and you could be watching curling with her, and you could have your phone and just trade stock, and then you wouldn't have to talk to us all the time, and you wouldn't be selling your merch, and you wouldn't be thanking people for donations, and we wouldn't have to look at your radio face. You could just be making all kinds of money. You could be making millions by now? Why are you? What is it with you, man? Gee. Well, have you ever thought that maybe I don't have millions to invest with? Have you ever thought that maybe I enjoy doing this? Have you considered the fact that I've been a YouTuber since 2017, August 2017, with my Traveling with Bruce channel, and that I added this channel last summer to add to the volume of my overall YouTube volumes to make a better living rather than just scraping by? And have you thought that maybe by chance I got lucky and happened to talk about GameStop last July and last fall and through Christmas and then January, and then all heck broke loose? I went on live with, I had like 1,200 subscribers one day, started talking to people about the markets in plain English, and my channel blew up. Have you just thought about that? Maybe that happened. And maybe this channel has blown up to the point now where it is just exploding on me, and I've got a zillion requests for my time and interviews all over the place, and other YouTubers are dying to talk to me about my magic formula is. And I'm having more fun doing this than I would trading stock. So why don't I just do this? So I think I'll just do this. It's okay. I like it. I don't have any shares. I don't own any stock. I'm just here to talk to people about what's going on. And there you have it. If you don't like the answer, though, you might give me a thumbs down, but I got to take that chance. I've got to take that chance. I love Bruce. He likes to troll the haters. Oh, my. Bruce, technical question. Do hedgies short ETFs? And if so, why? I don't know why. They do. I don't know why the lady swallowed a fly. I don't know. They just do. Maybe they think they can get the ETFs at a lower price. Okay, maybe. But right now with the stimulus program, I don't think ETFs are going down in value either. I think the ETFs will go higher. They could go a lot higher. And so I'm not sure what's going on here. Yeah, what can I say? Anyway, there you have it. I just ate my last crayon. I bought more GameStop. Bruce, you're not answering the question. This is a yes or no question, Bruce. You're in front of Congress now. You're under oath. Why aren't you rich already? Well, I haven't won the lottery yet. Because maybe one man's rich is a certain amount of money, and another man's rich is another amount of money, and maybe I want to be lottery rich before I call myself rich. Maybe that's it. Maybe I enjoy hanging out with people here on YouTube and saying "nee" all the time and getting their reaction when they say "nee" back to me. Maybe that's what I'm doing, right? $265.99 on the stock. That's where it is right now. Nee. See? Maybe that's what I like. Maybe that's why I don't buy and sell stock. This is way more fun to be silly on the air, to be just silly on the air and talk about the great rock and roll group Spinal Tap and compare notes about movies and See, that's maybe why we're doing what we're doing. Have you thought of that? Did that ever occur to some of you trolls out there who attack me all the time? We're attacking the trolls. 3 minutes to go. Jose just bought 45 shares of VGAC. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. By doing that, you're putting more upward pressure on the stock, and Michael can't get his at 11.05. You're cutting in line in front of this guy. You know that? I'm just saying. It's okay. It's really getting to him. Sam, thanks, Sam, for the donation. That's not why. You could do both. You could buy stock and say at the same time. Why are the bagel knights who say we are the bagel knights that say That's right. Apes that say Oh no! We're troublemakers. That's what we are. We're just silly people having a fun time. Asher, there you go. Can shares that need bought or sold to cover an option or short be bought after hours, so they can be forced to cover during the intraday? They can buy anytime they want. Anytime they want. No more than 4. We are bagel knights who say anytime you want. You can buy stock anytime you want. Pre-market, aftermarket, doesn't matter. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Why have I been silenced? Maybe you were naughty. I don't know. So proud of my apes. It's not funny. Bruce, you guys, Richard saying, you guys, this isn't funny. It's not funny. 263.96. You never cut funny. I remember a movie. I used to love this one movie. I still love this one movie. By the way, you got a minute to go, by the way, just so you know. 58 seconds. We're coming into the last minute. We're 263 on GameStop. We're getting that late afternoon drop-off just to make the print look awful. That's what it is. I bet you they're going to try to drop the stock down under 260 to have a negative day. Even though all day, the stock has been positive all day, I bet you they're going to hit that bid at the end of the day to try to get a down print. That's my guess of what's going on. Icky, bangoging rupa. There you go. It's just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound. I won't stop. 263.84 up 384. I wonder if they're going to try to nail this thing right at the end here, right at the very back end. The last 10 seconds. They're clapping it. The bell's going. Well, maybe not. 264.94, 263.85. And maybe the stock won't have a down day. But I was thinking maybe they would try to run at it and get a negative print. 265.16. That's what I'm showing. 265. But isn't that kind of near the low? Isn't that near the end of the day? I don't know. Close to 260, I guess, yesterday, right? Anyway, there you have it. Maybe we're closed, and maybe we won't have a negative print today. How about that? First time in a day or two, no negative print. 264.46 up 446. How about that? How about Tom Brady signs contract extension to remain with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There you go. Tom Brady staying another year or so. How about that? He's not leaving. Oh, interesting. Jeannie V, love that you love Spinal Tap as much as me. Who is your favorite member of the band? Mine is David St. Hubbins, patron saint of quality footwear. Oh gosh, I just love them all. I laugh. I just laugh so much at those guys. I mean, all three of them are hilarious. The bass player blows my mind. I don't know the name of each guy. And is it Nigel is the guitarist? Isn't it Nigel the guitarist? But maybe we're talking about the same guy, the bass player. I love that super long beard and the mustache that grows down here, and then the hair and the double bass guitar on big bottoms. The fact that all three guys play a bass guitar for the bass. There isn't even a guitar player. Oh, I love that stuff. Oh, those guys kill me. They kill me. Love the sense of humor those guys have. Just love it. Fantastic. Spinal Tap, man. If you've never seen the movie Spinal Tap, you have no idea what you are missing. Kyle, unwilling to accept honest takes about their interests, even if unfavorable, equals bad due diligence. Thanks for the education, newbie. Kyle, thank you very much and for this donation on Super Chat. 264.46 was where the stock closed at. 264.58 where it is right now, and the aftermarket's up 12 cents. So there you go. Marcelina could hedges buy back the call options for a real high price, more than the stock price theoretically, so they don't get exercised. Yes, if the Chicago options market makers are short, they wrote calls. They'll just try to buy the calls back to get out from the obligation, but they'll have to pay such a price that, but again, if there's no sellers, if the guys who hold the contracts that can call the stock from the market maker in Chicago, if that is a hedge fund and they're short 5 million shares and they've got 1 million shares that they can call back today on a big option position, they won't sell the contract at any price. They'll tell that option writer, no, we want the 1 million shares. We know you haven't got them. We know that. You have to go get them. But we're not going to get them. We're not going to go out and run into that market and try to buy GameStop on Monday morning for 1 million shares. That thing will run up $100 a share. We're not doing that. We'll let you do that. And then will you just deliver the stock to me at that exercise price that we agreed to? Thank you very much. And that could be the case with 20 different contracts. There might be there might be a hedge fund that has 20 different strike prices, and they've got 100,000 at each strike price. That they're owed 2 million shares at prices from 180 a share to 230 a share, whatever the number is. It could be anywhere in there. And that those Chicago guys are now on the hook to buy a whole bunch of stock. And the higher they have to pay for the stock, the more they lose, because they're buying the stock at this price out here, delivering it at 180, 185, 190, $195 a share. It doesn't matter. The higher the stock goes, they're buying up. They're chasing a market that is almost impossible to get in big volume. And of course, there'll be a lot of people on the sidelines watching these buyers coming in out of all over the place, trying to buy stock at any price. People will jump in front of them and make it even worse. And yeah, next thing you know, you're $365 a share, $450 a share. I don't know. It could happen. I don't know. If they need 5 million shares, 10, 12, 14 million, I don't know the number. We'll find out soon. But at the moment, the stock is $264.47. That's where it is. And that's where we're at. And well, we're going to have to find out on Monday what happens next. Spinal Tap. Oh yeah, baby. Get that knob. Turn the knob all the way to an 11. Get an extra one more, just an extra one. Little more volume so you're louder than every other rock band out there because you have your dial going to 11. Yeah, baby, because the dials, they used to only go to 10. Now they can go to 11. Cheers, Spinal Tap fans around the world from your buddy, Uncle Bruce. Your old Uncle Bruce. Luke, thank you, Uncle Bruce. I am long Spinal Tap. Please don't say my name. Gotcha. Oh, okay, Luke, I won't say your name. I'll keep that quiet. What can I say? Beyond 11. That's right, Spinal Tap. Lenny and the Squigtones. That was one of their early names. That's right. The name they used to be known as Lenny and the Squig. Spinal Tap, baby. Oh yes, Spinal Tap. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's true. What happened to one of the drummers? He choked on his own vomit. We never heard from him again. They keep losing drummers. Squirrel Swirler. Thank you. I just woke up. Is power hour over? Are we on the moon? The dulcet tones of a smooth bee lulled me to sleep. Have a great weekend, Brewster. Thank you, Squirreler. You have a good one yourself. Thank you for all these donations, and we'll see you Monday. I'll be on Monday morning before the opening, see what's going on. Joe, they don't need to buy shares in the open market. They're made whole by the already open short position. Oh, okay. Danielle, when Jazz Odyssey and put in a buy limit to buy with no expiry on VGAC at 11:06 for Mike. Went Jazz Odyssey, jumping in front of Michael. Michael just can't catch a break today. He can't get the stock. No one let him buy it at 11:05. Spinal Tap Movies currently $4.99 on iTunes. Picked it up today after a week of your recommendations. You won't be sorry. You won't be sorry. Rent it to your friends. So after you watch it, rent it to your friends. $2 a week for the next 20 weeks. Make $40. You're like a little mini Blockbuster. Then you got your money back. And the last guy, you say to the last guy, I'll tell you what. Give me $4 and it's yours. I'll give it to you for a buck less than I paid for it. Give me $4 and you can keep it. And there you go. That's just like Blockbuster. Now you're doing that, and you'll be fine. No landlord will kick you out for that. Dollar Judo stimulus ready pending in account. Stimulus ready pending. Stimulus already pending in account. He's already got the money waiting. I know what I and other apes are doing Monday morning. I bought some SPACs this week, got first vaccine, going to get nuts next week. It's the summer of Bruce. All right. You got your money pending already in your account. That's awesome sauce, man. That is so cool. We're going to be in for a heck of a week next week, you guys. You have no idea, or maybe you do. If you watch me, you have an idea. But if you don't watch me, you have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be a big week, big month going forward. Big, good things. Good things. Oh, that's awesome stuff. Jimmy Cap, can a stock be halted? Would it make more sense for hedge funds to cover their positions? to prevent retail investors being part of the fund from getting in and out. Are you talking about Robinhood? Or are you talking halted? Why would the stock be halted? The stock's not going to be halted. There's no reason to halt the stock. There's no corporate pending news. There's no investigations to worry about there. Should be no problem. Should be just fine. We're up and running. Brokers love volume. Remember, that's how they make their money. They trade stock. Pin DO. Wouldn't it be easy for long position hedge funds to push the stock price higher given low volumes and cause issues for shorters? Why aren't they? And there you go. Well, I can't answer that. I can only suppose that maybe they're waiting for the 19th of March to come a little closer. Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Maybe by Tuesday, Wednesday, the shares will have already run a little bit. And then come Thursday, Friday, all heck breaks loose. And then perhaps into the next week, out comes the financials of the company and their conference call with the world, because you can imagine every media member is going to want to know what's going on with GameStop from GameStop people. It'll be the first time to actually talk to these folks. Maybe these hedge funds are just biding their time because you remember, it's a race for you and I maybe to pay bills on time. These hedge funds have billions under administration, and they're just going to line themselves up. And when the time is right, they will strike, and it will be merciless, especially for those who are short. They will be mercilessly treated, badly treated. They're going to be crying. They're going to be tears. There's going to be tears on Wall Street because of so much exposure to a stock that is taking off. It's a sad story, really. It's really unfortunate. I would shed a tear too, but I'm all out of tears. So I'm just going to make money. I'm going to let you make money, and then you can donate to me, and we'll both make money. That's it. No tears. Just happy times. I want to rock. Phoebe, thanks for the good vibes. Some love from Belgium. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Phoebe. I appreciate these. They all help, really. Roy, I've been watching for hours. I've been watching after hours tickers for GameStop, and I've noticed a lot of 30 thou to 60 thou, approximately $5 over the ask. These orders don't move the price. How? I don't know, Roy. I'm not sure what it is you're looking at, and I can't interpret it without having the access to the system myself. I don't know how to interpret that myself. I just don't know. Are you looking at live quotes? Are they delayed quotes? I don't know. 266 on the aftermarket, up $1.87. Jimmy, reread my question. AH is after hours, Bruce. After hours, man. I mean, come on, man. After hours. Can't you read? Don't you understand this lingo? Evidently not. The question was, can a stock be halted after hours? Would it make more sense for a hedge fund to cover their positions after hours to prevent retail investors from being part of the fund and getting in and out? Oh, okay, well, the problem for the hedge funds to trade after hours is that the amount of stock actually available and that can trade in the after hours is very, very thin. And it's not unusual to have a $2 or $3 spread between a buyer and a seller. So the hedge funds can't get in there and do anything decent unless they can do trades, crosses with friendly foes. But why would anyone help these guys out? I don't see that. So they won't halt the stock after hours. No. The only way the stock would be halted after hours is if the SEC found massive fraud something and they're launching an investigation and they want to halt the stock, which has almost never happened. Or if a company has a press release, a major announcement they want to make that will materially affect the price of the shares, they could request a trading halt through all aftermarket hours and everything else. And that would likely be granted. But the halt might only last for the amount of time to get the announcement out and 30 minutes after the announcement, and then it trades again. That's possible. It's a rarity that there will be a halt in the aftermarket. Public companies usually would like to halt their stock for trading during the market when everybody is paying attention to what's going on. That's usually how they're gonna go. Okay, during the market hours. I've been watching after hours. Okay, we did that. Let me continue on with my comments as these donations are coming in. Thank you, Jimmy. Reread my question. I did. Thank you, Jimmy, for that. I read it. We got it. Now we know, and we're good. And I thank you very much, Jamie. AH is the castle in the back of the throat. AH is the castle. In the back. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that, but I am kind of doing that. Am I not? Yes, I've got an itch here, a little itch here. Probably because I'm talking a lot. That's probably what it is. You might find that surprising that, you may not have heard about that. Jimmy Cap, I copied that. Thanks for clarifying, my friend. You did great work this week. I thank you. Well, thank you, buddy. And thank you for these donations. We worked hard this week, I think, kids. I think we had a good week. The shares went up again. They had an incredible day on Wednesday. Woohoo, wacky, wild. But what a week coming up. Could be a lot of fun coming up, and I'm quite looking to forward to what's going on. Yeah, should be fun. Someone just asked me something here about my Reddit. Bruce, do you browse your subreddit? I do have apparently a page. The Stock Markets with Bruce subreddit page exists, and I have an administrator who's handling it. And we have over 5,000 followers now. Apparently, it's quite good. And we're now uploading videos to that, and we'll be uploading more videos. You better keep an eye on my channel, by the way. Do not be surprised if over the next several days, you'll see new videos every day popping up on top of these shows. We got a lot going on, a lot coming up. I've got an editor now, and we're going to pop up some shorter videos for you to enjoy. And you tell all your friends. Make sure you give them thumbs ups, and let's hope it helps the channel. I think it will. So I'm looking forward to that. Very, very excited. Let's go here. New videos every day. Yes, new videos every day. Yep. Shorter videos every day. Yep, coming up. Get ready, kids. 268 on the aftermarket. We're up 352 a share. The aftermarket is going up. Hey, yay. All right. We'll take that. Very good. Can insiders in a company short stock and write options? Or is it considered insider trading? They cannot do that. They cannot short. I don't think they can short. They have to declare whatever it is they do through the SEC. So that's public knowledge, and their advisors would strongly suggest not to do any of that kind of shenanigans stuff. That would be bad. So generally, insiders are acquire and hold kind of people, although there are times where a public company will offer insiders to the insiders will come to the point where they need to sell stock because they're paid in stock for a majority of their salary. They might get like $3,000-4,000 a month base pay, but they need another $3,000-5,000 a month to kind of pay all the bills. And when they sell stock, they have a tax problem because they're getting the stock at a lower price. They bought it, maybe they got it 5 years ago, and the stock's done well, and now whatever they sell, they're paying tax. So they got to sell more stock than they need money for to take care of the option, the income tax problem, and they don't want to sell stock every month because that's a pain in the rump. So they do it once a quarter, and so once in a quarter they sell a block of stock, and everybody goes crazy. Oh, look at all the stock this guy's selling! But the reality is, it's for the next 6 months of living, paying taxes, and netting out this extra money per month, and it's no big deal. Even insiders like the creator of Facebook, he's selling stock every month. And the market the mutual funds just buy it off him. They just sell 1 million shares of Facebook. Yeah, okay, we'll take it. It just gets put away for long-term holds. So there are insiders that sell. There are insiders that buy. Elon Musk. Sometimes they buy and they sell. Sometimes an insider will sell a bunch of stock, and they'll bring in $20 million. They send $5 million to Washington. They take the $15 million left over, put it back into the treasury of the company, and they exercise a stock option they got 5 years ago at half the price what the stock's trading at, and it's all just a big round around. And 15 million fresh cash was added to the treasury of the company by an insider of the company, and yet they get criticized for making those moves. And sometimes 10 directors will do all that in the same week, and the company's funded with 150 million fresh cash to build its business, and the market just continues on and couldn't care less. That happens. It goes both ways, and this is normal stuff. Normal stuff. There's a reason why these companies go public. There's a reason why they are publicly traded companies with their publicly traded stock. You can trade publicly your investment, your holdings. That's what it's all about. So yeah, nothing untoward or unknown or difficult to understand or underhanded. Nothing like that. It's quite official. All right. Anyway, there you go. Jakin, it could be your broker. You might get an alert on Monday. They're busy right now. Maybe the folks who work for that brokerage firm are working from home because of the COVID. Someone will notify you. You'll wait. Bruce, love you, Uncle, from the Holy Land. Do you think the U.S. government will enter to the story and stop the trading when And if there would be a squeeze because we love GameStop, the new future, no. The U.S. government won't do anything. Nothing whatsoever. They promote business. They don't retard it. I've read today GameStop short interest may have fallen, but it's still significant. There's 20.5% short interest percent of float. What does that mean? That means there's 20% of the float is shorted. So if the float is 50 million, there's at least 10 million shorted out there, declared short. Of course, I'm kind of wondering about the non-declared shorts. How many shorts are out there that have not been declared or that are in the failure to deliver mode? Or how many shares are actually short because of contracts that have been matured, that have been called yesterday, today? How many millions more are there? Could be, and I think it would be substantially more than this. That's just me. That's my guess. That's where I'm coming from. That's how this guy rolls. Yeah, man, I'm hip, man. I roll. Yeah, that's right. I know all the expressions. WTF? WTF? I know what that is. Why the face? I watch Phil Dunphy on Modern Family. I know all the cool expressions. Don't think you're fooling me, man. Why the face? Yeah, baby. There you go. Oh my goodness. 264, 266. That's where the stock is right now. That's all we're seeing. Anyway, there you have it. Thank you everybody for for hanging around. Appreciate it for being here. It's great. Thank you to those who've been sending donations here. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable today. The number of orders that have been coming in for this thing, it's incredible. My page is lighting up. You guys are blaming. Amazing. I think there's been 20 orders for this in the last hour. At least 20 orders have come in from around the world for this. Scott Coleman, thank you, buddy, for your donation on PayPal. Thanks again, buddy. Have a great weekend. You the man. I bought 2 more shares today to cost average up. Who does that? You the man. Right on, buddy. Thanks, Scott. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 more sales of merchandise on Redbubble, and another 3 more sales on Redbubble. Unbelievable. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. That's tremendous. Just tremendous. And Redbubble will take good care of you. They really do a good job. And post a photo of you holding this mug or whatever it is you're getting, because you can get T-shirts with this logo on it. You can get stickers. You can get cell phone covers. You can get notebooks with a cover on it with this on it. You can get pillows. I think there's 70 items that I have in my Redbubble store have this logo, I think. All kinds of women's tops, men's tops, hoodies, sweatshirts, baseball type shirts, all kinds of stuff. You just gotta scour the Redbubble store I have, and you'll find all kinds of logos of this stuff. And Redbubble makes it one by one, probably definitely in the same country in which you live, so you don't have customs issues to worry about, duties. And domestic shipment. Very good. Victor, is there any good reason why we saw huge price jumps earlier this week without the SSR rule in play, but it's been flat these past 2 days? Wouldn't it be beneficial to take advantage of that? Well, again, I can't answer for the buyers of stock day to day, minute to minute. I'm just saying, hey, it is what it is, and it certainly stopped a bunch of selling from coming, I think, last 2 days. Ethan, AMC and VGAC are similarly priced. Can you explain why you believe VGAC will be a great return, debating on whether to sell all of my AMC and buy the VGAC? Well, the VGAC, doesn't have 700 million shares outstanding. There's stock out, and there will be stock out, but they might have as many. They might have that many out. They might have more than that. I'm not sure. But they've got no debts. They don't have any debts. They'll have 950 million in cash upon listing, so almost $1 billion in fresh cash. You've got all kinds of insiders that are now into a new traded company rather than an existing storied company. It's had a long history. Stocks have been much higher than this, much lower than this. But they're not saddled with the debt load that VGAC won't have the debt load of AMC. So VGAC starts selling, as they are selling product, and expands their product line and grows out. They'll be in profits pretty quickly, and I have a feeling that they might trade at a higher multiple PE multiple, price to earnings multiple, because they're in the medical field. Yeah, there might be that. If they're into some medical deals with some pharmacies, big pharmaceuticals, which they're already dealing with as it is, they expand that relationship, and I think they will. There could be the analytics out there. The analysts out there might say, this VGAC in 5 years could be 10 times the sales they have going forward, and just ridiculous profits because they do this mail out genetics mailing testing kits. I mean, this is global. This is a big deal. There'll be the European division, the Asian division, the African division, the South American division. This will be global. And so the market might figure that, well, we'll trade this at 100, 150 times earnings the minute they make earnings or more. And so the stock might be way ahead of its sales and profits forecast for years. And you're in at $10. You're in kind of at the beginning of the whole story here, or 11 or whatever it's trading at, $10, $11. So yeah, that's the story. AMC opening up their theaters. They're not going to open up 1,500 new ones this year. They're opening on a restricted basis. They're going to cash flow again, but they've got some heavy debt that they've acquired that they now have to handle. And the shares might go to 12, 14, but will they go to $50 a share in the next year because we're going to the movies again? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. We're not calling for that. I don't think anyone's calling for that. AMC right now in the aftermarket is 11.17, up a penny. Let me take a look at this thing 2 years out. 2 years ago, it was as high as not even 20. I don't know if it was even 20. Hang on, let me go further. 5 years ago, AMC once hit $35 a share. In the last 10 years, that has been the high trade, and all time, back to 2013, 15, 16, it's reached the 30s. That's all it's ever done. That's everything it's ever done. So, they've never been to $100 a share in recent times, and so your upside is limited on AMC. I mean, your AMC stock has a limit of how far it can go compared to how far it has been. So, okay, I'm not poo-pooing the company. They do great work. They have great theaters. It's a lovely night out to go to a movie, but something tells me the GVAC is not limited to an all-time high of $31 a share. No, and I think the amount of cash that's coming in from hedge funds, pension funds, mutual funds, long-term investor money, like 10-year money, 10-year money at least. I think that's a good sign. I have a feeling that they may have rejected money. They may have been offered more, but they said no. We'll stop at $950 million at $10. That's all we're going to issue. We'll raise another billion or two or three, but not at $10. We'll talk downward. So maybe we're talking 40, 60, 100, 150. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, there's Bruce's take on something to consider from my blog, 10 zillion undeclared shorts. Thank you. Love it. Devin Bradley. Hi, Bruce. Love the live streams. I want to sell covered calls on my GameStop shares, but I don't want to be assigned. Any thoughts on how to choose a 319 call? Yeah, if you want to write calls for next Friday, you got to decide just what kind of a price you're willing to take if you're going to get exercised or assigned. Right now it's 265.66. So if you're going to write a $300 contract, you could be assigned real quick if it were to move just a little bit. I mean, a 15%, 20% move, and you're out. But if you write a $400 option, will you get much in the way of premium for now and next Friday? I don't know. You write the 600 call or 700 or 800 or 1,000. I don't know if you can write anything above 800. I really don't know. So you got to figure this out for yourself, and what day and how, and watch the daily trading and see what's going on with this thing. I think we're going to be busy. I'm going to say we're going to be pretty busy on the stock going forward here. Anyway, that's just me guessing and speculating, because I'm a speculator. Okay, guys, I'm a speculator. Anyway, one day at a time, one trade at a time, and we'll go from there. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Comments, super chats here. Brian, what's going on with Rocket? I've been holding since the IPO. It popped the other day, and I bought at too high. Been putting in more on the dips. I tell you, man, I don't know what to tell you. I really do not know what your recovery is going to be, when, how, and what. Sheesh, no idea. That was a crazy run for really no good reason. What's this? Beltazar. Hi, Brucey. Volume levels are transactions within the stock. Long and short. Great channel. GameStop, Spinal Tap Rock. Volumes are just shares that trade. That's all that means. Buyers and sellers got together on an agreed price. Trade happened. 500 shares exchanged hands. That's all it means. GameStop had over 20 million shares exchange hands today. That's all it means. Yesterday was more. The day before, on Wednesday, it was 70 million. Bruce, can you explain what to possibly expect on Monday regarding GameStop? Because another short attack could be happening. Planning to take advantage of another dip if it really hits $200. I mean, if it drops, I'm buying. Can they do a pop on Monday? No idea, my friend. I no guarantees for me. Anything's possible, though. If you've been watching this stock like me, anything is possible, up or down on this stock, up or down anytime. I just don't know. What can I say? There's going to be a lot of, I think there's going to be a lot of activity. That's all I can say. Yeah. Okay. Mark is laughing. He's just laughing. Mark's loving life here. He's having a good time. Thanks for being here, Mark. Appreciate it. Another 3 sales have just come in for Redbubble merch. I'm wondering if it's this stuff. Are you guys buying this stuff right here? Somebody picked up 2 mugs of this right here, of this logo, just a few minutes ago. Somebody picked up 2 more mugs of this merchandise. Fantastic. And then what was the other trade? The other transaction here? 1 fitted Scoop T-shirt of this. Somebody bought a Scoop T-shirt. Right on. That's fantastic. Beautiful. That's beautiful. A whole bunch of you guys are jumping on this logo right now because you know it's available on Redbubble. I got it right here. I got mine. I've got a shirt coming. I can't wait for my shirt to come in. I'll be wearing my T-shirt next week, I hope. So, hey, check it out. Another order just came in. Another one. Another mug just now got picked up. Isn't that great? I don't know who the person was that bought it because it doesn't tell me that. That's pretty cool. Way to go. Thank you, everybody. We have had today some pretty heavy views here. The show we're on right now, 24,000 have been watching the last hour and 30 minutes. Early this morning, 62,000 watched my first show today. That's kind of cool. We're approaching another milestone on our subscriber count. We're now at 105,667. So we're only 300 odd away from 106,000 subscribers. Wow, we had 100,000 this week. 4,200 people have given me a thumbs up for this show. It tells me how many of you are not interested in giving me a thumbs ups today, but I take all the thumbs ups you're giving me, and I thank you very much for the thumbs ups you've given me. We've had tens of thousands of thumbs ups this week, and I appreciate it. Every YouTuber will ask you for thumbs ups sooner or later. We all beg for them because we know that the YouTube analytics computers measure our channel by thumbs up engagement, and it's a big deal. So there we are, 4,300. Another 100 just popped through here. Thank you guys for reacting to my pleas, my absolute begging for thumbs ups. I love it. I appreciate all of that. There you go, guys. Not bad. Just lots of people commenting tonight. I love you guys. Hope you're having a good Friday afternoon. Calming down a bit. The markets are done for the week, except for the aftermarket. We're at 264.50. I'm 450 on the stock. Key up. You should pin the link to your Redbubble. You should pin the link to your Redbubble. I don't know what link are you talking about? I don't know which one you meant. Don't know what you mean. Which one you mean? I'm not sure what you're saying. Should I pin the link for just this item somehow? Is that what I should do? I'm not sure if that's what you mean. I'm not that bright. I'm a smart guy, but I'm not that bright. Oh man, oh man, oh man. It's in the description. Jake is saying in the description. Well, I've got a link of Redbubble in my description down below. You can just click on there and go right to the Redbubble link. A lot of you are probably doing that as I'm speaking. Anyway, please pin the link for Redbubble. The link below is in the description. It's right there. It's right over there. It's right over there. Over there. It's right there. It's there. Love Bruce, says Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. Kyle, you missed my super chat. I'm sorry, Kyle. I miss them. I miss a lot of super chats. When you guys give me super chats, the risk that happens is there's so many people who are just telling me how much they like me that the comments just disappear off my screen. I only have so many seconds to catch them. And if I get into a rant, you know how I am. I get into a rant, I'm gone. I mean, I'm out of it. Like, I'm out of control. Totally, I'm out of control. I'm gone, and I'm just going down tangents that you never get me back. It's crazy. Anyway, what can I say here? Uncle Bruce, I had a call for GameStop at a strike price of $125 a share. I've made $10,000 on the call. It expires April the 1st. Should I exercise this thing or hold the call? I'm way over my break-even price, so there's no intrinsic value on my call. Well, I would say, if you sell the call, you lock in your profit. Thank you. And then you can turn around and buy another call if you want, or take the proceeds from this call and just buy stock and hold stock. Or take the proceeds here and some into the market, whatever you're going to buy, and some to pay bills, or just add to your savings account, or make a donation to your IRA and grow that up and take advantage of tax write-offs. I mean, whatever you got to do, Ricky. There's so many options. This is why people pay me $400 an hour. They talk to me for an hour and I try to help them out. Love you, Bruce. Shills. They don't like shills. I think that's what that means. That arrow with a 3 means we don't like shills. I'm gonna guess. I'm just saying. I think I know. Anyway, Bruce, why on God's green earth do you believe in GBHI? I mean, what's wrong with you, man? Why do you like Gore's Holdings? Oh, they're merging with Matterport, the leading world software maker for homes and real estate. 3D imagery of a house for an open house. Oh my God. A realtor's dream. This software is a realtor's dream. You can show a house off in 3D to people in the comfort of their own home. They got their 60-inch television and they're walking through the house they might want to buy in 3D. They don't have to get off their couch. Oh, this Matterport is fantastic. That stock, GVHI, was around $16 when I heard about this deal. Then I told people, hey, I'd get it, but if it goes lower, I would really get this stuff. It went a little lower for a while, and then we heard Josh Brown from CNBC. He bought into this deal at $18. He wasn't even waiting for the merger to be completed. He bought now, and he got in at 18 and a half. Within a week, it was $27 on the hype of the deal. It hasn't even happened yet. Like when the merger's announced, we know it's going to happen, but it was already 27, just to give you a little hint of what's to come. It's backed off now. It went down to 11.15 early this week, and every one of you had a chance. You all had a chance to buy in when it was down there. I was saying, kids, this was $27 last week. It's $11. You can buy it now, $11. If they don't do the deal, you get $10 back because there's no risk. You get your $10 in trust back. It's only $11.15. I don't know if every one of you bought it. Some of you don't. Some of you bought it, but not every one of you. Not listening to Uncle Brucey. Oh, what can I say? I'm sorry. It's okay. It's all right. You're forgiven. It's all good. Anyway, there it is. The dip, 266 on the stock. That's where we're at. Anyway, there you go. Having fun? We're always having fun. Thank you for being here. We've only traded 190,000 shares of GameStop in the aftermarket. Wow, is it quiet? Really. Ross Walker, Brucey, effect and likelihood of a split. Would this filter out all the naked short shares instantly? Any other notable potential catalysts? IYO. I don't know what that means. Making a split of this stock could cause a run on this thing like you can't believe. 10-for-1 split would give everyone 10 times as many shares. Stock would trade at $26.45 upon the split. But I'll tell you, it'll take 30 days for the split to take place. So for 30 days, it'll still do this. It'll still trade at 264 or 266, where it is right now, until the split day. Then the split day happens. One day you're trading at 264. Next morning you're at 26.45. But you got 10 times as many shares in your account. I have a suspicion that if they announced a 10-for-1 stock split next week when they release their financials, they do that, and then they have their conference call coming up. If they announced a 10-for-1 stock split next week, the week after next, not next week. I'm sorry. The 19th is next Friday. The week after that. So that's about 10 days from now. About 10 days from now, if they were to announce when they release their financials for the year end that we're announcing a 10-for-1 stock split effective 30 days from now, I'm going to tell you that before the 30th day arrives, this stock will double. It'll double. It'll be $530 a share on just that news alone. Now, look, if on the day they announce it, which is after the 19th, this big day next Friday, if by next Friday the shares are $350, let's just say $350 because of all the hype and all the buying in and all the short cover, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just wildly speculating. Don't be mad at me because I'm not saying it's $2,500 a share. I'm just saying, what if it's $350 next week? And then the next Tuesday, Wednesday after that comes the financials, and they announce a 10-for-1 split. Okay, we now know that we're going to have 10 times as many shares, and they'll be at least $35 a share because it's $350 when they announce it. I'm telling you that the shares will go to $700 because of the split announcement. They'll double from wherever they were until the 31 days are up that you get your split, and it all reverts and all. It'll have been, so it'll start trading at 70. Won't start at 35 because they were 350, but they went to 700. They'll start trading at 70, but everyone will have 10 times as many shares, which means, of course, the short sellers will now be short 10 times the number of shares that they're short now. And the option holders will have 10 times as many options. And that means the options writers, the ones who wrote those naked puts and calls, they're going to be short 10 times as many contracts, which means they're short as 10 times as many shares, but it's now 70 or 700. So every contract ever written that's still active by April 15th or something like that, April 25th. By April 25th, every contract ever written for the previous year that was written from $5 a share to $700 a share will now all be in the money, and there'll be 10 times as many of them because it's now a $70 stock. So options will have been written from 50 cents to $70, which is $5 to $700. The options writers are short that too. And I can see where people who own stock now will want more because it's cheap. They'll buy it. They'll buy here knowing it's probably going to double on them. And the street, the outside hedge funds who own nothing will pile into this stock to take a run at it from 35 to $70 a share too. They'll all want to play this long game, catching so many shorters and so many option writers with their pants down in a public venue. So unbelievable. That's what I think could happen. That's just me though. I'm not saying it will, I'm just saying it could. Bruce, this is a heart. Love watching you from the Detroit area, 20 minutes north of the Canadian border, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy, so much. I really appreciate you being here and following me, and I hope you're enjoying things. Hope you're enjoying what I do, and I love all of you for your donations. Dan, we saved some money here to an extent. Our UK home put some money in our kitchen, GameStop, at $120 average. My wife is worried that we will lose all. What are you thinking? Saying, well, I think it's going higher. I think stock's going higher. That's me, but that's just me. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think so. Hi, Uncle Bruce. Are all the 6 SPACs you mentioned covered for the initial $10? Yeah, they are. They are all 6. Yep, they are. They are. Yes, very interesting. What else is going on here? Any more comments I need to catch up on? How are we doing for time? 1:44. I got 16 minutes left before I'm done for the show today. I gotta shut down in 16 minutes. 3,600 of you are still hanging around with me late in this day. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. For 600 is fair value for the stock right now. That's what someone's saying. Oh, okay. 199 for the super chat. AB. GameStop volatile after split or stability upward. I think upward. DE. How can I take profits without selling my stock? I don't know. I don't know. Do what Elizabeth Montgomery used to do when she was on the show Bewitched. Just go twitch your nose, and maybe that'll magically give you money for something you didn't sell. Maybe you could do that. Okay. Just saying. I just can't say it. Use an ATM. How about using an ATM? Okay. Bruce is the only one making money. Have a good weekend, Uncle Bruce and Bagel Gang. Thank you, guys. Bruce, sell me comics and antique cast iron. There you go. I got lots of comics and I got lots of cards. I would love to sell them all. If someone could pick them up from us, I would love to sell them to someone here in Canada because I don't want to ship them. I would really like to have a pick up and deliver, cash on delivery. Yeah, that would be great. Anyway, is there any way you can read my previous super chat? You missed it. I mean, what was it with you, Bruce, Sky Master? I don't know if I can do that. I don't know how I can do that. I'm not sure if I can actually pull this off. Let me take a look at something here. Not sure. I'm not sure. And let me see, because I gotta figure out this one. What's your name again? Sky Master. Sky Master. Was there a message from Sky Master? Sky Master. Anywhere? Is there a message from Sky Master here anywhere? When did you send me the super chat, Sky Master? Last week? What? I don't see one here in the last hour. So Sky Master, what is it with you? Here's one here. I found one here though. Okay. Final hour of I don't know what. Can shares that need bought or sold to cover an option be short, be bought after hours, or they forced to cover during intraday open hours? Sky Master, maybe there's a reason I didn't read your question. What the hell is that? I mean, geez, can shares that need to be bought or to be bought, bought or sold to cover an option or short be bought after? Yes, I answered this question, Sky Master. I've answered this question. You were not listening to me. Aha. Bad. Yes, they can. They can buy it anytime they want. Sky Master, they can buy the stock pre-market, aftermarket, doesn't matter. It's the same answer today as it was earlier. And contact Haley Yee Comics. I bet he'll be interested. He has to contact me. I'm too important to be contacting people. They have to contact me. His people have to contact my people. I have a web address. I have an email. It's down below. Have him send me an email. We'll talk. No big whoop. We'll talk. Oh my gosh, crazy times, guys. You guys are fun. Bruce, you're cheeky. You're just cheeky, Bruce. You're a cheeky kind of guy. Mercy, you think Sky Master's portfolio is green? You should answer questions from the regular chat. There you go. Thank you, Brian. With global vaccinations, repressed demand of goods and fiscal stimulus on the way, do you think we will have inflation? Who cares? Maybe a little, but not much. I'm not going to care about it. Give me the money. Give me the business. Give me an overheated economy for the first time in many adult lifetimes. How many of you who've been 40 and younger have never been in a hot economy? You've never been in one. You're finally going to get one. You deserve it. Your parents had one. Maybe it's your turn. I'm telling you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people have ordered Redbubble products in the last 40 minutes from this YouTuber. I thank you for this logo and whatever else you're buying. 10 of you in the last 40 minutes. That is a record for this channel. I don't know if this channel's ever had that kind of interest. The Redbubble people are going to be wondering what the heck is going on. Like what's happening? I don't know. Anyway, thank you everybody for all of this. Appreciate the support, following, kind words, donations, you name it. Heath, is it possible short interest to be higher than you reported? Could be. Yeah, it could well be. Yeah, could. Not saying it is, but could. And if you look at the, you go to do a Google search and try to enter search like how many shares, who are the largest shares of GameStop? Just do a search like that. Who are the, or just largest shares of GameStop, enter, and you'll get all kinds of reports that you'll find about mutual funds own stock and hedge funds own stock and pension funds and banks and all kinds of institutions own GameStop stock. They own all kinds of stock, period. But you might be surprised at how many shares these entities collectively actually say they own. And then you'll ask yourself, how can it be that these entities own so many shares of GameStop when there's only 70 million in existence? And of the 70 million, 20 million are held by the president and the chairman and the board of directors and the senior officers. So the hedge funds can't own that stock. Those guys own that stock. That means they can only own 50 million. Why do they own more than 50 million shares? How is that even possible? It makes no sense. It's inconceivable. It is absolutely inconceivable that they would have that many shares out of the 50 million that actually said. SkyMaster, why wouldn't they pull their 700,000 short stunt after hours when the halts can't happen to create more panic? Now there's a good SkyMaster. Now you are asking a good question. Lack of volume in the after hours, I assume. Also, I love you. Stop hating on me. I love you, SkyMaster. I do. It's okay. Look, good question, but here's the answer. Okay, on Wednesday, when that seller came in and just smashed the bids, crushed the market, and drove the stock down to 172, the speculation was that individual was long put contracts on the stock. So when a stock goes down, puts go up in value, put contracts. And so the lower the stock goes, the higher the puts go. So maybe, just maybe, that individual was trading on the options market on the opposite side of this sell-off as the puts were going higher. And then maybe, just maybe, at the end of that sell-off, when the shares hit 172, the seller of these puts was also a buyer of call contracts. As soon as the stock broke under 200, he was buying call contracts. And as the stock bottomed out and then came the other direction, all the way back to 272 a share, $100 higher, guess what? They were selling the call contracts. You can't do that in the after hours. The options don't trade in the after hours. That's why they won't do it. Maybe that's it. Maybe. SkyMaster, that's a good question. That's real good discussion. Got everybody buzzing now. Like that question, and there you go. That could be it. Michael, do you think GameStop will be valued above 500 long-term once they become e-commerce? I think they've got a strong chance. What do you think? I think it's very strong chance. They're going to be much, much higher than that. Much higher. Milt Gray, what is your opinion on a big dip Monday without the SSR? I don't know if there'll be one like that. Because if the dip happens first thing in the morning, the stock opens up and we close. What do we close at today? Once 264. First 5 minutes Monday morning, stock goes to 240 and comes back. There's your 10% drop. Rest of the day, SSR. All day Tuesday, SSR. Watch it go. Maybe that's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see. Could be. Bought mug number 11. What's your take on weed stocks? Thank you for picking up a mug. I don't have much of an opinion on weed stocks. I really don't. I know there's talk about legalization, but it's not going to do it for me. It's going to have to be true performance, economic performance is going to have to be the way it's going to go. But there will be speculation on weed stocks, but I pity the people who get caught buying at the high, because a lot of folks have been or might get caught. Using Yahoo Finance institutional numbers is really crazy, because if you sum up, there's only like 15 to 20 million shares to trade without considering the shorts. Yeah, that's right. I don't know how they can trade all these shares with such a small float. I don't know how they do it. I know. There are undeclared shorts. Oh, that's what it is. There's stock trading that shouldn't be trading. Oh, there's like 210 million trading instead of 70. Oh, that's how you do it. See, you add liquidity to a market and you convince the SEC it's a good thing. See, there you go. Anyway, what can I say? Here's a guy with a good sense of humor making a donation. He's a regular, and we understand each other. We love each other. It's all good. Thank you, everybody. Sky Master kneels before the game. Oh, come on now, Sky Master. We love you. We love Sky Master. People are already making fun of his death. I'm not sure what's going on here. Uncle Bruce Sky Master. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, here you are. Here you are. Are you having fun today, guys? Are any of you having fun today? Did you have a good time today? The stock, we made money this week. Stock had a good week this week. We got 4 or 5 minutes left to go in the day. What can I say? Yeah, Bruce, this fame is getting to your head. You remember when you were humble? You know what it is? I'm punch drunk today. I'm so tired. I'm at the end of a long week. And you guys I've had so much fun with you guys that I'm just kind of relaxing and just kind of just enjoying the last hour of this show. By the way, I'm going to be live tonight again on Traveling with Bruce. I'm going to be live at 7 o'clock Eastern time on Traveling with Bruce. The sponsor show. I got trivia tonight. I got trivia questions ready to go. If you think you're hotshots with trivia answers, why don't you join me on that channel, become a sponsor member of that channel, and hang around with us at 7 o'clock. We'll be on there for about an hour or so. So I'm not even done yet. I have more work to do. My day is never done. I'm working all the time. It's unbelievable. AB, do gold bugs bother you? The people are really into it and are constantly afraid of inflation. Seem to think technology never develops or growth never happens. We got supercomputers in our pockets. Yeah, I know. But there are folks who love the gold and they love the silver. And okay, whatever, whichever way you want to go. So no prejudice. I'm not a gold bug myself, but there are those who are. Paul, VGAC options sell only as far out as 12/17. Can anything be read into these dates or options for possibly VGAC not expect to complete the merger by then? No, it's just that the new companies, like companies that get options for the first time, they start with a 6-month window, maybe a 9-month window, and then over the months that go by, they add more option series. So in a few months from now, you'll be able to go out like a year and a half. You'll be able to go just like everybody else. It's a developing market that they're developing, giving the options traders time to set them up and add them in. It's nothing sinister, nothing about the deal. John, Bruce, heard you talk earlier about the nomadic lifestyle and RV living. Any opinion on CWH? I don't even know what that is. What actually is CWH? Camping World Holdings. There you go. Camping World Holdings. The company it operates as a retailer of recreational vehicles and related products and services. It operates through the following segments: Good Sam Services and Plans, and RV and Outdoor Retail. And Good Sam Services and Plans segment consists of the programs, plans, and services that are geared towards protecting, insuring, and promoting the RV lifestyle. So it's a big business. It's a pretty big business. The stock, $41.82. $3.40 for the low, 43 for the high. Wow, what a crazy range. 43 million outstanding shares, 39 million public float, 5 million shorted, not a big short. Trading 1.5 million average a day, approximately 1.5, 1.6 million. Yeah, it's been upgraded to outperform for market perform at BMO Capital as of March 11th. So they were upgraded. No. I mean, the RV lifestyle is a big deal. It really is. It is a huge thing now, and will continue to grow because a lot of people are figuring out, I don't need to be in an office anymore ever again to work ever again. I can be in an RV, and I can be in a campground, and I can be on the road forever. I can be in an RV in Europe. I can rent an RV for 6 months and travel Europe with my wife or my buddy or on my own. And I can work online from anywhere on the planet. And I can live the life I've wanted. And I have always wanted to be an RVer for an extended period of time. And this is it. I don't have to wait to be retired to do it. I'm doing it now. I say, way to go. Go for it and create a YouTube channel and show us your trials and tribulations. And you'll make money as a YouTuber too. How about that? Douglas paying my due today. I'm up $450. Diamond hands forever. There you go. Way to go, buddy. Thank you. There you go. So yeah, that's a new experience that people can enjoy. Pretty cool stuff. More sales have come in for items for me. These items are selling on Redbubble like crazy right now. We've probably had 30 orders in the last 2 hours. I'm going to guess have come in for Redbubble sales. It's just, you guys are blowing me away. This is so cool. So cool. Thank you, everybody, for they's orders. They're just picking up the product. It's fantastic. GameStop, 264.90, up a little, but not a lot going on. Thank you, everyone. Thank you too for again all of you making these super chats. I'm a hoodie junkie. Just ordered my Bagels with Bruce hoodie. Woot woot! Way to go, buddy. That's great. Let me take a look at that here. Where would that order be? I think that order is right here. Yeah, lightweight hoodie just came in. Color gray. Yeah, gray color hoodie with this logo on it. Way to go, man. Enjoy it. Make sure, if you could, post a photo of yourself on our Facebook group page for Stock Markets with Bruce. Post a photo on there when you get it, and we'll take a look. That's awesome. That's fantastic. We got all kinds of throw pillow. Somebody just bought a throw pillow with this logo on it. Somebody bought a mug. Fantastic. Someone else picked off a mug as well, another mug. A bunch of orders. Just fantastic, guys. Thank you. Someone ordered 2 mugs. Yeah, way to go. Thank you, everybody, for supporting your Uncle Bruce through these purchases of these items through Redbubble. JM, Bruce, if Elon Musk invited you to Mars, would you go, and why would you go? I don't think he'll ask me to come out. I'm too old. But he might say to me, hey, man, we'll get you a deal on Tesla. Wouldn't that be nice? I don't know. We'll see what happens here. What can I say? Fantastic. This is tremendous. People are getting their merchandise in, and it's great. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. And thank you for following me. I love it. Relax and hold, you ape. Someone's saying. Relax and hold. I got 4 mugs, says Charles. Right on, Charles. Let's talk stocks, Bruce. Why are naked stocks allowed to trade? Well, people like seeing people run with the clothes up. Do trolls ever want to be? Trolls want to be abused? What can I say? That Tesla fund's getting better. It's getting better. Got a ways to go though, but it's getting better. Why are naked stocks allowed to trade? I don't know, Jazir. I don't know. They just are. I don't know. They just are. The SEC rules for liquidity, I suppose. I don't know. Ron, AMC, 190 million fake shares around. So is a squeeze possible? They're even if they were at 280 million real shares. It could help. I don't know how high it'll run the market, though. I don't know how high the shares would get with that kind of a short position and that kind of a buy-in. With AMC, there's a lot of stock out there, a lot. So I'm not sure. Anyway, there you have it. And there you have it. Okay, I'm done. That's the end of the day today. I'm going to pack it in here. Thank you, all of you, for joining me all week long. Keep an eye on this channel tonight and on the weekend for additional videos. There will be shorter videos coming out. Watch for them as we upload more videos for you to catch of the shorter variety. I'll be here Monday morning, as always, and we'll see how the markets do. I've got a bunch of folks to talk to this weekend, and if you've made an appointment with me, get ready. We're going to have some fun. And thank you, all of you, for your support of this channel and picking up items on Redbubble today. That's just blowing my mind. I appreciate all of that. Thank you to Chantel Yip. Thank you, Chantel Yip, for your donation here. It just came through on PayPal. Appreciate those too. Fantastic, everybody. Have a great weekend. Get some good rest. Get ready for a wild and wacky week next week. We're going to start it all off on Monday. See what happens with all these options buy-ins. We'll see what that leads to. It could be a lot of fun. I'll be here to watch it. Okay, guys. Thank you once again. See you next week. Stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to social distance, wear your mask, get your vaccine, and let's make a lot of money. Okay, guys? Take care, and we'll see you later.